Crocodile debuted on One Piece Treasure Cruise Global on the 5th of April 2016. This particular Sugo-Fest was monumental for the game as it introduced an additional class to the game that was officially dubbed as Cerebral. The Cerebral class initially focused on maintaining low HP levels to abuse high damage potential. This was facilitated through newly introduced Sugo-Fest exclusives and some other supporting characters that gained this new class or debuted at a later date in future batches. Crocodile was the flagship character for the Cerebral class, boasting a captain effect that aimed to be at low HP to unlock a powerful attack multiplier. His special ability was also a fantastic addition to the Cerebral class, which provided a massive increase to their firepower to blast away content. It was a fine line between clear and game over with this guy, introducing Sir Crocodile. In this series, we'll be traveling back in time to experience some of the older Sugo-Fest exclusive characters in their prime, aiming to show just what it was like to use these characters on their debut. I hope you enjoy the video, and without further ado, let's enter the Legends of OPTC. And welcome back to the next episode of the Legends of OPTC series. Thank you very much for the support once again, and today we get to cover a very, very awesome Sugo-Fest exclusive, and that character is going to be Crocodile. Now, Crocodile's pretty cool, right? When he first released, he wasn't super powerful, but it wasn't until a little bit later when Cerebral got a little bit more support with some future units, which, you know, even though weren't out at the release of the character, I'm still going to be using some of them in today's video because I want to showcase this character, how he was in his prime. That's what we are going to be doing, and this character is very good because obviously introducing the Cerebral class, which you know, they've had their ups and downs for sure. When Crocodile was out with all of his, you know, most optimal units, he was probably the best team at the game at this point. In terms of damage, was definitely the best team in the game, better than Stronghold Ace, because his damage could last for multiple different turns, or you could burst on different turns, which was really good for Colosseums at the time. Definitely the best unit to be running on Colosseums. I mean, maybe Log Luffy in some certain instances was still a little bit better, but this unit was so good, could get through relatively quickly as well if you had all of the puzzle pieces to build his really, really good teams. So this character is a Dex, Cerebral, and a Striker character. Remember that when he super evolves, he actually changes color. He becomes a Strength unit, and he becomes a Driven unit instead of a Striker unit, which is a little bit of a weird change. But Crocodile with his Captain effect would boost the attack of Cerebral characters proportional to the crew's current HP, and you get a 3.25 times multiplier if you are at 1 HP. So it scales reverse to how like Stronghold Shanks or version 1 Sabo were, where if you're at full HP, you get the 2.75 times attack. If you're at 1 HP, you get the 2 times attack. However, with Crocodile, it is actually flipped. You can see here that you only get a 1.5 times attack if you're at full HP, but if you make it to 1 HP, you get a 3.25. So the ceiling on Crocodile was much higher, but if you do somehow get to full HP, your damage potential is terrible. You don't have any damage at all, pretty much. So the main focus of this character was to be at low HP as possible, and upon release wasn't too easy to do that. Actually, it wasn't until a little bit later when some characters released that made the Cerebral functionality actually work, right? Let's scroll down to his special, because his special is also very good. 14 turn cooldown would boost the attack of Cerebral by 2 times if your HP is below 30% when you launch the special. Otherwise, it's still a 1.5 times attack boost, but you also get a little bit of extra damage that is dealt to all enemies. I mean, obviously the damage is kind of negligent, it doesn't really matter, but the 2 times attack below 30% was so good. And remember, when you really think about it, there's no characters that had released up until this point that were a 3.25 times attack multiplier, specifically talking about the Legends, right? I mean, we had like Log Luffy, but you had to hit Good, Great, and Perfect, and only half of your team actually got that. This was a character that could give your whole team a 3.25 boost if you planned it correctly. So this team had a lot of potential, but it was all about gaining those puzzle pieces in order to build his more optimal teams, okay? So overall, a really powerful unit on release that was able to do lots and lots of damage, but of course, when you have all those units, including some future legends that would release, this character became definitely one of the fan favorites in the game. And it's a bit of a shame, actually, because Crocodile, he only has this legend. There's no other legend Crocodile in the game, and this character released in April of 2016. I think Crocodile definitely deserves a V2, so hopefully we see that in the near future at some some point. But anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out what we're actually going to be playing against today. Alright, so here we are on the wheel. Now, on today's wheel, Clash Doflamingo is still here. We haven't had Clash Doflamingo show up the entire time in this series, so I'm hoping we can challenge that today. We have Colosseum versus Apu, and we have Colosseum versus X Drake. Now, if I had to choose, I would want Doflamingo to show up because I really wanted to showcase just anything against it at this point, because it's a semi-difficult raid for some of these units, and I think it would be awesome to go ahead and show it off. But we've also got 2 additional Colosseums here, so I'm really interested to see what we see today, because the thing about it is Crocodile was really good in Colosseums, and that's typically what I wanted to show off, but also I'd be fine with Doflamingo as well. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and spin the wheel a couple times and see what we land on today. What is it going to be? Do we actually get it? Yo, we actually got Clash Doflamingo for the first time in the Legends of OPTC series. Thank God that's actually happening. So we're going to go ahead and build a team to take on Clash Doflamingo, which I don't think is going to be too difficult. So let's go ahead and jump into the content. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm excited. Let's go.
Time skip Sanji. It's
3D2I Sanji.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I want him so bad. He's so good.
That's my second one.
Oh man, I'm actually super jelly about that. Alright, second pull underway. It's gonna be. Oh, the red! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fuck.
Oh, Crocodile! Oh my god!
My boy!
Oh my god, no way!
Oh, the legend is real, man. Holy
Oh my
shit.
god, I'm done. I'm so done.
Far out. Well, I'm pretty sure you're gonna win this one.
Oh, you need to come back with a red, dude. Oh my god.
Dude.
And here we are in game with Legend Crocodile, one of the 7 warlords of the sea and head of the Baroque Works criminal organization. The hook on his left arm is poisonous and tipped with scorpion venom. This character is a freaking beast. Unfortunately, I don't have an unlimit broken copy of this character, so this character is going to be limit broken. He only has 200 candy though. He does have max special, but you know, you obviously are not going to have him limit broken. That's typical of this character back in 2016. But we are going to be showcasing this team right here. Now, many fans or old school players, veterans of the game would know pretty much how this team is working. But this team enables us to get multiple turns of huge damage potential with the Cerebral team. We do have access to version 1 Doflamingo as well, who is going to be featured in an upcoming episode, and he's a fantastic Cerebral unit, giving our characters a 2x orb boost. We've got Raid Kuma, who is another Cerebral character that can provide orb manipulation and an orb boost. Robin, 3-day 2-year Robin is one of the key units for the Cerebral teams when Crocodile was in his prime, was the fact that her special allowed you to not only lock orbs, which was great for carrying your matching slot into multiple rooms, or multiple turns, but reduces your HP to 1, and it does 1,000 fixed damage. The 1,000 fixed damage sometimes was useful, but reducing HP to 1 was so incredibly valuable for Crocodile. And of course, Heracles makes an appearance to generate some more slots for our team. So without further ado, guys, I'm very excited to go ahead and use this team, jump into Raid Doflamingo. And once again, big shout out to TheLordShiro for providing us with the Crocodile Friend Captain with max special, max candies. You love to see it. And this is the team that we're going to be running into the content with. Very, very excited to jump into this one against Clash Doflamingo. Hopefully all goes well. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Let's go! And here we go. Now, one thing to note as well is the ship that we are using. We're using the Moby Dick ship because it gives us a larger health pool, which means that overall, if we do heal back, we can tank more hits and stuff. But the thing about it is it starts our crew at 50% HP. It means that we already start off with a pretty decent multiplier for our Cerebral characters. And let's go ahead and jump into it. So we can probably tank the hit from the turtle. We could probably tank the hit from that green guy. But actually, let's kill the green guy. Let's do that. Do that. Let's kill that guy. So the turtle's going to do, the penguin is going to do a bit of damage. Not really too much, but these mob characters should actually hit pretty hard. Let's kill this guy. Hopefully. And then we'll go ahead and target this guy down the bottom as well. Because I don't want to take too much damage off the cuff. It's very, very important. So let's see how much damage this guy does. Yeah, he does a handful, so it's not too bad. Let's go ahead and tank another hit. And basically the way this is going to work is we just want to conserve all of our specials for the final stage. Remember, there's 2 Doflamingos on the final stage. So we actually do need like multiple turns of burst, or if we are able to kill all of them in one turn, that would be cool. I don't expect us to, though, because we only have one character with type advantage, so that is kind of annoying. In this instance here, I actually will eat this recovery slot just to ensure we get a bit of health back. We're looking pretty good right now, though. We don't have much auto healing as well. I made sure to change some of the sockets around to just accommodate for the fact that we're using Crocodile. We want to maintain low HP. So let's kill the guys on one cooldown and try to get this guy in the middle, this strength giant guy. Remember, characters back in the day these mobs had really weird gimmicks, right? If you get this giant guy to below 20%, he actually skips his attacking turn and just buffs his attack. So we can actually, you know, use that to our advantage. So let's see how much damage we can do here. I'm not going to attack with Doflamingo on that guy. How much damage do we do here? Okay, we actually want to do a little bit more than that. Okay, that was pretty terrible. Let's kill this back guy and then hopefully get him below 20%. That would be super ideal if we can do that. Oh, there we go. Ah, we just killed him. That's a little unfortunate. Now, I am kind of scared right now because our cooldowns are... Actually, our cooldowns are looking okay. I think we should be able to sneak a couple of turns here. The lobster and the turtle, we should be able to tank some hits from them. I'm not really too worried about that. So, let's just kill some mobs. And then when these guys are about to attack us, we just want to kill them because these guys are obviously going to be a bit of a problem. Kill those guys. And the turtle's going to hit us here, but it shouldn't be for too much damage. Yeah, only like a couple hundred. Yeah, just over 1,000. That's fine. The lobster does hit very hard, though, so I actually do want to kill him. Like, everything is going pretty smoothly thus far. I'm actually not worried about too much right now. Let's attack with Croc. We'll kill the turtle on the next turn. Unfortunately, not getting too many matching slots, but stage 4 is also very, very scary, right? So stage 4, now we could just go for a burst turn here, like we could just use some specials to kill them, which is what you typically do on a Colosseum, but because the final boss does have 2 Doflamingos, I want to conserve specials for that. So in this instance here, we do want to just do as much damage as we can, so we're going to just try and attack with type advantage, and... because we do have one of each color, I'm pretty sure these guys bind characters that are super effective against them. So I'm actually not too worried at this point. Let's just go ahead and do our burst here. Quick, strength, dex. Okay, well that actually worked out pretty well. Not worried about it at all, and we have all of our specials ready to go. Now, the thing about it is that both of these Doflamingos actually do different things. I think the top one on the first turn is going to apply a defensive buff. So ideally what we're going to be doing is our first hit of attacks are going to be against the top Doflamingo. The bottom Doflamingo, to my recollection, doesn't do anything. So at this point here, we can start activating some special abilities. First thing is first, we're going to use our Robin, which is going to go ahead and cut our HP down to 1, and it does lock our slots for a turn as well, so we're able to conserve matching slots that we do receive. That's pretty good. And now we are going to go ahead and use the Heracles special ability. So Heracles, as we kind of saw in the Strongwood Ace episode, he's able to generate some really, really funky slots for us. And because we do have one of each color, that's what makes the Crocodile team so good, is that there's so much variety in terms of your damage. The damage scaling across all the different typings of enemies is very even, aside from the fact that, you know, against quick enemies, you do get a little bit of additional damage. So we want to try and get as many matching slots as we possibly can. So we're going to do this. Now, at this point here, we can go ahead and use the Kuma special, and Kuma is going to change the recovery slot that we have left over from Heracles into a matching slot. So now we fully have a full board of matching slots and a 1.75 times orb boost. And now we can use the Crocodile special ability. Crocodile, of course, is going to give us a 2 times attack boost to our cerebral units now that we are below 30%. And the great thing about it is after this first turn of attacks, even if we don't kill all of the enemies, we are going to have another turn of Doflamingo's 2 times orb boost, and then another 2 times attack boost with Crocodile. So this is just going to show you guys how crazy Crocodile was back in the day, okay? So let's attack effectively and try and do as much damage as we can. Alright, here we go. Here we go. The Crocodile burst turn, man. I've been waiting for this for so long. Here we go. Oh, let's go. Nice, nice. We actually did KO one of them on the first turn of attacks, but now we get an initial turn for free, and it's basically over. Remember, we killed the top one. He doesn't activate anything. This bottom one doesn't do anything, so that's fine. Use Doflamingo to give us a 2x orb boost for 1 turn. Remember that the 6-star one, before he super evolved, was a rainbow orb booster. So that was a great unit when he first released. And then we've got Crocodile to provide us another 2x attack boost to our cerebral units. And this is great. So now we can just do whatever we want, do as much damage as we can. Here we go. And finish it off with Crocodile, because why not? And there it is! I don't want to see any of you celebrating Crocodile, man. He's such a beast. I can't wait until we get a V2 Crocodile. So there you go. That is the showcase of Crocodile. And, you know, it was a relatively shorter event, but I'm still happy that we're able to show off what Crocodile was capable of doing back in 2016. An absolutely amazing Sugo-Fest exclusive character. And with that, that is going to conclude yet another episode of the Legends of OPTC series. Thank you so much for watching. And if I remember correctly, I think Rob Lucci is going to be the next Sugo-Fest exclusive character that we're going to be covering on the series. I really hope you guys are enjoying it, and if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all of the content that I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But other than that, guys, I will see you guys within the next video.